Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to more Motorsport Manager. Right, here we are, first race of a new season. It's going to be interesting to see where we are. Looking at this, we're going to be around about average in most areas. We need to improve our high-speed corners and our deceleration. Apart from that, when it comes to sort of top speed and acceleration and medium speed corners, we're pretty much middle of the pack. Low speed corners, we are joint, of course everyone is. So once we get our brakes and rear wing improved, we should be looking pretty good. So let's get straight into this opening race. We've got, of course, our new driver Sergeant as well. We're going to go with... we're going to go 6 and 3, I think, is the way to go. Right, here we go. He's unhappy with his car, but, well, you know, he should be, shouldn't he, really? He has got the weaker parts, but he is the secondary driver. He will get upgraded throughout the season, but obviously we're giving priority to our main car, and he will get upgraded when the main car parts come in, I suppose. He'll get the old main car parts, so he'll get a better car, but still not going to be as strong as the main car. But that's the whole point of having a first and a second driver, I suppose, isn't it? Right, so we're going to, I think we are going to skip through practice, I think, again, just so the videos don't become too long. If it ever loads. It's taking a long time to load today. Right, so we are going to select the 2 drivers. We're going to leave it over and we're going to simulate the practice session. I feel like we might do the qualifying session. Be interesting on the practice then roughly where we're sitting. Cohen, the 19th is not ideal. I was hoping for a better lap than that. Of course, it is raining now, which is not really going to help us out. So 19 out of... oh, that's not good, is it? I was hoping for better than that, 19th. It's tricky now, though, isn't it? Because it's bad timing with the... see, Sergeant's gone flying straight with a set of softs on. It's difficult. It's a really iffy session, that, because we had the rain in the middle and everything like that. It was... yeah, it's just an iffy session. It's difficult to tell anything from that. But hopefully we've learned enough that we need... Right, so we are going to take the qualifying session, I believe. It's raining again in qualifying. Should we auto-pick these? Inters and mediums, okay. Car setup, we now have an idea of roughly where it should be. You're actually pretty good, it's just the oversteer you've got, the handling you've got a big problem with. So I need to probably take it like that, and then you need to drop as close as you can back into there. Does this affect that as well? It does slightly, but I need the downforce to come back to here as well. So maybe I can change the gear ratios 1. Okay, we'll go with that. Seems like a good one. We're going to have to go with intermediates, are we? Is it going to get damp? It is going to continue to get more damp. We could go for a set of softs and try and catch it straight away. I think we're not going to have enough time, are we? Let's just go straight for the intermediates, I think. And then for you, we've just done you. And then for you, your car setup is awful at this point in time. So front wing, I have to bring you down that way. I'm assuming the car should be the same for both. So it was roughly here, was it? And then I think that needed to be like... there-ish, then that needs to just bounce back into there. Put it there. Let's go with that. Again, we're going to throw you on a set of intermediates, because by the time you've done your practice lap, the track's going to be too wet for softs. Let's take the qualifying session. Send you straight out, because we want to try and get the track at its driest. I love how you do all the car setup and then it makes you do it again before you go out anyway. Right, you're on your way out. Now, I'll get you to auto this. Right, so we just want to try and get on the track while it's as dry as possible. Which is what we've done. So we're going to have to start our laps first. So it's Sergeant on the go first, then Cohen. I feel like Cohen should out-qualify Sergeant. There's a couple of people that did attempt to go for the softs and they've come straight in and changed. Yeah, that makes sense. So obviously first and second. Sergeant's actually out-qualified Cohen. That's interesting. I mean, Cohen should be outdoing Sergeant easily. And we should improve as the season goes on, obviously, with the improvement in parts and so forth. Sorry, I heard a noise in my kitchen, which is a bit worrying. You know what? It's a 95%. I think we're happy with that. We'll send you out on a new... It's actually dried out now, as it's dried out. Okay, let's send you out on a set of softs then. And you as well, Cohen. Your downforce is not great. Let's put you more there, maybe. Your handling needs improvement, but your speed balance is pretty good. Okay. And let's also put you on a set of softs and get you out there. Hopefully chance to set a new, a better time. How long's left? 3 minutes. So I think a lot of cars aren't going to get a chance to set a better time, I don't think. Because they're going to have to get the tyres on and get round the track. And there's quite a few that are still in the pits that I'm not sure are going to have enough time to get way around. Right, we're on the go then. It'll be interesting to see if Cohen can out-qualify Sargent this time, which he should be doing, really. Sargent's up in the 9th. And Cohen... Oh, 3rd, wow. Wow, Cohen. That's a hell of a lap Cohen just pulled out. I mean, he's going to drop quite a bit down, don't get me wrong, because of the everyone on softs now, but I think we've got ourselves a decent start there. It's not bad, actually, is it? 11th and 15th. It's better than we had in practice. Definitely better than what we had in practice. I'll settle for that. I'll settle for that all day long. Right. So 12th and 17th we got in the end. And Derani from Team Penske, who've been relegated and promoted so many times now, gets himself pole position. Right, so now we go into the race day. I think setup-wise, we are looking pretty good. The game is really lagging a bit today. It's not running very smoothly. Right. So again, we're going to auto-pick these. Is that the best thing to go for? Don't really need intermediate tyres. So we're going to give you race trim. It's only 5%, but... Not intermediate, yeah. It's only 5%, but it's better than nothing. So you're very happy. You're happier. Still not perfect downforce-wise, are you? We can push it a little bit more that way. Tyre choices, a 38-lap race. We're going to get 9 to 11. But you've got light-footed bonus. That's pretty good. That's going to be 12 to 14. There's a big difference in speed there, isn't it? Let's give you softs. We'll have to just free stop you. I think it'll be worth it in the end. And yourself... Again, you're 95%. I'm not going to risk playing around with that. You're going to get 6 to 8 out of that, or 9 to 11 out of that. Wow, that's pretty bad either way, isn't it? 6 to 8 means you're going to have to pit so many times. Wow, I've really underestimated how bad this guy is at tyre wear. Because we've only got 4 sets of softs and 2. We're going to have to put you on mediums, mate. We can't put you on softs because you're going to have to come in and change every few laps. Oh, wow, this might not be a great season for old Logan Sargent, I must admit. If he's going to have to keep coming in and changing tyres that often. Right, let's get the race started then. Let's get it underway. I forgot to press the button. So I was having a drink and I forgot to press the button. I thought it was going to load. Right, here we go. So Cohen in 12th. We're going to go hard on you for the first lap. And you've really not got off the line very well at all, have you? You've dropped a position. We've got no sponsorship sort of set for a certain level as of yet. Once we know roughly what sort of level we're going to be finishing races on, we'll be able to do that. We're up into, wow, double overtake there by Cohen, up into 12th. Round into 11th as well. Nice, really good actually. So we're going to go back to neutral and medium. I'm a bit confused by the fuel here. Is that showing that I've got 12 laps too much? I'm a bit confused. Oh no, we got to refuel now. It's new season, isn't it? We have to refuel as part of our pit stops. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh wow, that's going to make things interesting this season, isn't it? Up into 11th though for Cohen. Really good for him. So we need to remember that we need to do refueling as part of pit stops as well then. So we can go like longer stints and shorter stints and that sort of stuff to get quicker times because you have less fuel on board. So we need to keep an eye on that. We don't want to run out of fuel. So in 12th, we've lost the position down to 13th to Rossiter. Oh, there's a car struggling there. We lapped someone? We've just lapped Jewis. Nice. We're actually lapping other cars this season, rather than us being lapped all the time. Fuel-wise, we're looking okay. We might have to pit. Well, Sargent's getting through his tyres as quick as Cohen's getting through his softs, which is not ideal. Cohen's going to get roughly the same time out of a soft set than he is a medium, maybe one lap. But I don't think that's going to be too bad. You're going to be such a pain this race, aren't you? You're needing another set of mediums. So we'll give you an extra 5 laps of fuel, which is going to give you another 13. Okay, we'll have to do that with you for now. Okay, so it means the pit stop's going to be longer now as well then, aren't they? Because the refueling, I'm assuming? Or is that going to take place at the same time as the tyres, maybe? I'm not sure, to be honest. Cohen, I need you to probably do one more lap if you can, because you're 12 seconds ahead of Sargent, and I think... yeah, I don't really want to double stack. So now we will bring you in. We'll put you on a set of softs. We'll give you another 5 laps of fuel. Is that going to be enough? You've only got 8-9 laps out of this. I'm going to give you another lap just in case, but... because we've not got a lot out of this set of tyres, have we? So we're going to have to pit again around about the lap 20 mark. Right, so we've got Sargent's in. So they're jacking, they're tyring, refueling. Refueling's a separate thing, so it is going to take slightly longer in the pits this season. Okay, then Cohen's going to make his way in now from 11th position. So we're jacked. Tyres changed, refueling, boom, we're off again. So Cohen drops to 19th position, but there's a few ahead of us who have not pitted yet. Sims and Aberdeen and Oshima. I'm assuming, let's say it's going to be longer in the pits now. There goes one. We're catching up Aberdeen pretty well. So we're miles away, miles ahead of Aberdeen because he's not pitted yet. We're right up his backside, so... he's going in now, okay. So things starting to balance out a bit more now. We can see roughly what's going on. Cohen's up to 14th. Sargent's up to 18th. Jewis is pitted for a second time. Sargent, we need those tyres to last as long as possible if we can. Means we can push a lot more now, that is it? Because we're going to have a lot more fuel on board. So we can push a lot more now. We're going to burn that fuel quicker. But we just refuel it, won't we? So let's try that. Let's try pushing Cohen as much as we can. It might reduce the reliability in his parts in his car though at the same time, but we'll see how we go. Up to 13th. That's with everyone pitted now at least once. So we're in a pretty good position actually. Might be able to steal a few championship points this season again. Especially if we can improve Cohen's car, because we've got the new brakes coming in. Hopefully before the next race we'll have new rear wing we'll get onto straight after the brakes. That will hopefully improve the car even more. Sargent's going to have to pit pretty soon for another set of tyres. Wow, your tyres are... you're 19 laps in and you used both your sets of mediums already. Oh, you're only halfway through the race. Okay, we're going to have to remember next time then. We're going to have to give Sargent more sets of mediums. He's got no mediums left now, so he's going to have to be going softs, which means he's going to have to pit every 7 laps. which is going to be 26. So you have to pit 2 more times then. Wow. Okay. Let's give you another 5 laps of fuel. And you're going to have to go on to a couple of sets of softs now then, Sergeant. You're going to have to pit a few more times than everyone else, which is going to make you struggle a bit, isn't it? Right, so Cohen's going to do pretty well, I think, with his fuel. Okay, you can burn fuel a bit quicker now as well because you've got a bit extra in you. Cohen's up to 11. Okay, so we have damaged Cohen's car. So we're going to have to pit you now anyway because your tyres are coming to the end of their lifespan. If we gave you a set of them, would you get to the end? You wouldn't get to the end of the race. So you're going to have to 2-stop anyway, so we might as well do that. You've only got that much fuel, so we give you an extra 10 laps of fuel. Part condition, we need to repair your rear wing. It's going to be an extra 10 seconds. It's not great, is it? Gonna have to do it though, aren't we? Gonna have to do it. And Sergeant's rear wing's struggling as well. I think it's because I'm pushing the cars harder than they probably should be, so the part condition goes down quicker as well. So Cohen comes in for a pit. He's in 9th position before this pit. Don't know what position he's going to come out in, but he's going to have to pit again once more before the end of the race. But this 10-second rear wing... that happens at the same time as a refueling, so that's not too bad. Because we're going to have to refuel anyway. So we're back out in 12th, actually. That's not bad at all, you know. Not bad at all, considering we've had to do that repair. Nobody's retired from this race yet either, which is pretty interesting. Sergeant's going to have to pit again. I'm hoping to keep him out to around about lap 30, but it's probably going to be more closer to lap 28. Maybe even 27 at this rate. So we're going to have to... we're going to try and... No, not that one. Conserve your tyres, just so you don't have to pit too often. And now your suspension's struggling as well. My God, Cohen. Well, you're going to have to pit again before the end of the race anyway. And now your rear wing. Why have we come into the season with such a bad reliability on these cars? Wants to pit for fresh tyres already. Come on, mate. We're only going to get 7 laps out of a new set of tyres, so you need to hold on a bit. Because you have to pit again twice before the end of the race. You are, aren't you? You're going to actually have to pit twice before the end of the race. Wow. I'm going to have to, aren't I? I've got no choice. You're not going to last, are you? I mean... I'm tempted just to put a stick of intermediates on him, but... Come on, then. Let's give you a set of softs. Let's fix your rear wing. Let's get you back out there. And then Cohen, you're going to have to come in... ish soon, I think. Yeah, so the rear wing repairs are not too bad because the refueling is roughly the same sort of time. And God knows how we're not last, I tell you, with him, because he's really struggled. He's had to pit so often. Yeah, suspension low condition. We're going to have to bring Cohen in, aren't we? Just try and get through one more lap, Cohen, because I want those tyres to... Oh, God. Okay, yeah. Gonna have to bring you in then. 10 to 13 laps, yep. Let's give you enough to get to the end of the race. Is that enough? How many laps are left? 9. Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 extra lap of worth of fuel. I have to repair the engine and repair the suspension, and that is gonna be... that's gonna ruin the race, really, for us. We were looking to get a good chance of getting a championship point in this race, but we can't risk... not finishing, I suppose. I mean, it depends how long we're in here for. It's going to be a long time, isn't it? I mean, the jacks are taking ages to go up as it is. Come on, how does it take so long to jack up? Tyres changed, refueling. Oh my God. Come on, engine, suspension. Oh my God, they made a mistake on the suspension. Wow, that was terrible. What a bad pit stop that was. It drops us down to 17th. Ugh. I feel bad for Cohen. He doesn't deserve that. I mean, we are improving our factory, and the whole point of improving the factory is the fact that we'll be able to get upgrades and reliability stuff done quicker. So that is hopefully going to be a benefit in the long term. This might still be a bit of a transitional season, I think, for us. Tyres underheated. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit more of a transitional season for us, I think. We're going to have to just see what we can do. You're going to have to pit again, aren't you? So let's just do it now, get it out the way. Fuel you to the end of the race. Park condition, fix your suspension. So yeah, there might be another transition season where we just improve the factory again, get it to a better level, and then hopefully we can use our advantages to build up next season. Because these are like long-term improvements we're doing. So Cohen's up to 15th again, which is pretty decent. Sargent comes back out in 19th. I've already repaired the part, and he's still damaged by the looks of it. Come on, Cohen, how are you doing? Can you push? And you're about to be lapped by 9th position. Alright, you get up to 14th. You're going to do pretty well. I mean, you're 40 odd seconds behind the next guy, so I'm not going to push you too hard, really, are we? Might as well just finish the race off. You're not going to catch up Rossiter, are you? Unless there's a breakdown at the front, I don't think we're going to get any further forward. 14th's not terrible, I suppose. It's amazing, I think, that Keziefli, whatever his name is, had 4 pit stops and still good 30 seconds ahead of us. We have had a retirement, actually, but it's one of the guys who was in front of us, not behind us. Let's go high. Let's go high, neutral. There we go. Just finish the race off now. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one, isn't it? Another difficult start to the season. 14th position for Cohen. So 14th and 18th is not bad at all, though, considering how we've been in other seasons. It's going to put us, hopefully, in the 9th or 10th position this season. That's the plan. Durrani with the victory. Got the pits. They've got the pit stop, got the pole position, and the win. Good for him. There we go. It's not the ideal start to the season. We had a few reliability issues that I was hoping weren't going to be a problem, but it is what it is. We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. My cars are being scrutineered. I don't think there's going to be issues there. We haven't got any dodgy parts on the car as of yet. Fastest lap went to Ambrosio of Peugeot, which means that Cohen sits 14th in the Drivers' Championship. And we currently sit 8th in the Constructors' Championship, which would be a great place to finish the season. But I'm sure it's going to be a bit more difficult than that. But it's the best start to the season we've ever had. Of course, we finished last season with a couple of World Championship points. I was hoping to continue on that sort of vein of form, but it wasn't to be today. But hopefully next race we can sort our reliability out a bit, because that was an issue for me, the reliability. I think that was a problem. And hopefully we're going to see some benefits from that. Right. We're doing okay. We lost £2 million on that race. That is a lot of money. Huge amount of money. We're going to have to really get the money. And what is this? Pole position bonus. Driver gain an extra 2 points for getting the pole position. Oh, that's cool. And fastest lap went to Hamilton. So, first race of the season in Formula 1. And it is Verstappen top of the World Championship. Ricciardo second. Hamilton third. Vettel fourth. Any changes in teams? I can't see any. Red Bull is still the same. Hamilton and Van Dorn. Okay. Bottas is now racing for Manor. Okay, that's interesting. And over in F2 we've got Leclerc Leclerc racing for Porsche, winning the race. Da Costa in second, Glock in third. And then of course here we are. It's not bad. I mean, I'd love to do better this season. I think we probably are going to do better this season. If we get a few more points, we'll be looking pretty damn good. Right, anyway, we're going to call that it for an episode. Next time we'll come back, we'll hit up the next race and hopefully get a few little bonuses added onto the car as well. Of course, if you've enjoyed this one, please do hit a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you much for watching. See you next time. Bye.